I get these types of comments like on the daily, especially when I share anything about my weight loss progress, right? So I've lost 40 pounds through fasting. I have gone from looking like this to looking like this, and I've helped hundreds of people achieve the same results. These are some results of my previous clients. This client went from looking like this to looking like this. This client went from looking like this to looking like this. And like in the space of a couple of months, you guys, like the results are amazing. Anyway, that's beside the point. Whenever I share my weight loss progress, again, from this to this, like my results are stunning to me. They're amazing. I feel so much better. It's not just weight loss, it's health as well. But I get so many comments saying you're too skinny, eat a burger, you look better before, you name it. Like I've heard it. And what boggles my mind about this is that I think we've really lost touch as a society with what healthy looks like. Now, in my opinion, you can be healthy at a range of different weights, right? It's not just about, well, skinny equals healthy. Like that's not what I promote on my site, like at all. But like for me, when I was 40 pounds heavier, I was not healthy. I was severely depressed. I was struggling with compulsive overeating, binge eating, everything. I was totally unhappy with my body. I just didn't feel like myself. I didn't feel like this was the body that I was supposed to be in. I had a really unhealthy relationship with food, highly inflammatory conditions like cystic acne that I only developed when I was in my mid-20s. I never had acne as a teenager, but because of the way I was eating and like mistreating my body, I developed cystic acne, which is, well, you can see it here on the screen. Like this is what my skin looked like. Had even gotten better at this point because I was on some heavy medications for it. I was on creams for it. Like nothing helped it to get away. But when I actually discovered fasting and started doing it properly together with a ketogenic diet, I actually healed my cystic acne. And it's because cystic acne is one of those conditions that's an inflammatory response. Like your body is so inflamed that it causes these like cysts to come up, especially around the jawline. That's a sign that it's due to hormones, right? And that's exactly what happened to me. Like my hormones were out of whack and I developed this cystic acne stuff. Anyway, so it used to look like this, but then after fasting and losing the weight and like really taking care of my body better, balancing my hormones, it looked like this. I've completely healed it. Like as you can see, I don't even have any cystic acne today. Like I haven't had it for like years now. Thankfully, I was able to heal it on my own. So again, fasting is about so much more than weight loss, but let's address specifically the weight loss thing that you look too skinny. So I am not too skinny. Like I am within the normal BMI range for my weight. I know that BMI is super problematic in so many different ways. It is incredibly sexist. It's racist. It doesn't take into consideration body composition. Like for example, a top athlete that's like super muscular will come up as obese or overweight on the BMI scale because their muscles weigh so much. Like anyways, it's so problematic, but I know that it's the most common way that doctors use and the general public, I guess, use to assess like healthy in a body. My body is within the normal range for BMI. When I was at my heaviest, I was outside the normal range for BMI. I was actually above 25, which is considered like the point at which you go over from like normal weight to overweight. And I know I wasn't like super far into that category, but again, health is about so much more than like a number. For me, like I said, I was depressed, I was anxious, I was overeating, I was struggling with so many things. And yeah, I was a bit chubby. Like let's not kid ourselves. I was a bit chubby in those pictures. Like I had excess body fat that like was not like healthy on my body. Like I didn't need it. And so I needed a change, and I did, and I lost it all. And now I I'm totally healthy. Like I'm a lot slimmer now, but I am so much healthier. I don't have cystic acne. I don't have depression. I don't struggle with overeating. I feel amazing. I'm so grateful for my life and my health every single day. And I think like society is just like messed up, honestly. Like in the 60s and 70s, like you didn't see obese people on the streets like as much as we do today. Like seeing people with my shape was like pretty normal. Like if you look back at like what people looked like in like 60s, 70s, 80s and stuff like that, like people were a lot slimmer. Like that was just the norm. It's become such an epidemic with obesity. People are gaining weight, and because we're seeing more people more frequently that are overweight, we have become like more desensitized to it, I guess. Like we have become used to seeing overweight people, and because like so like the higher percentage that people are overweight, like the more people we see overweight around us, like our gauge for what is normal changes. Like that's exposure therapy, right? The more you experience something, the more you see something, the more you're going to think it's normal. And because obesity is so widespread now, because like, you know, that also means like obesity is more widespread, which means that the amount of people that are overweight is also more widespread and so on. Like everything has moved. And because we're just so much more used to seeing it in society, like we start seeing it as normal and as like common or whatever. So then seeing people that are slim might seem abnormal because we don't see it as frequently. So anyway, yeah, I'm not too skinny. I'm totally healthy. So is everybody else that are carrying like a few extra pounds or whatever. Like I'm not saying, like I said, that skinny equals healthy or like overweight is necessarily unhealthy, but there are so many health complications that come with being overweight, and they did for me as well. That's why I wanted to change my life. That's why I'm here promoting fasting and promoting a ketogenic diet to all of you guys, because it's really changed the health of myself and of so many people. And the research really is on the side of fasting, like about how healthy it is. So anyway, yeah, long rant just to say that I am not too skinny. I'm totally healthy, happy. I was not that before, but I am now. Thank you for following along with me on this journey. And if you want to change your life with fasting, if you want to lose weight, if you want to be healthier, I have a free resource in my bio that you can download. It's a free fasting guide. It has so much information about how you can start fasting effectively and healthily for weight loss and for health. So make sure you check that out and leave me comments below about anything that you want to find out about fasting. I love connecting with you guys. All right, happy fasting.